Well, hello, folks. Today we're going to be reviewing the Asylum signature release. This is Simply Being Shipley Cigar and Pipe, your unconventional guide to cigar and pipe culture, a real channel for real enthusiasts. Well, let's get into this one. As you may know, I recently went to the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival and then got a huge group of samplers, and this was one of them. Very first one that we sampled. Let's get into it and talk about this particular cigar. Okay, the story of the Asylum Signature Series begins not as a standard release, but as a cigar that quietly earned its place through personal appreciation. This was created by Asylum co-founder Tom Lazuka, and it is produced by the CLE Cigar Company in Honduras. This premium Maduro blend first came to life during the creation of the Asylum Sensorum blending, and how there was an alternate blend and just missed being chosen for the final selection. Lazuka found himself drawn to it so strongly that he kept it for his own enjoyment, carrying it with him during his travels and sharing it privately with friends and industry insiders. Over time, the cigar's character made it too compelling to be kept hidden. Built with rare Colombian tobacco, including, and I'm going to try to say this correctly, the Pinorino variety, alongside the Honduran leaf, the blend could only move forward to full production once enough tobacco had become available. Its eventual release marked an important milestone for Asylum, introducing the brand's first Belasco Maduro format and transforming what began as a personal favorite into a cigar worthy of a wider audience. Now, fun fact, you guys may know from my other Asylum reviews, Asylum cigars are crafted under food grade standards. That's right. Their tobacco is grown and produced in the Bayer Crop Science certified facilities where farms. Let me restate that because I have a typo here. Basically, Bayer Crop Science certified certificates are given to facilities where the farms and factories maintain an impressive 99.9% hygiene standard. It's considered food grade as far as the cleanliness of these facilities. This helps ensure that the tobacco is free from harmful contaminants, pesticides, bacteria, everything else gets tested for. And this is the top of the top. Matter of fact, to my knowledge, this is the only certified for food grade standards tobacco farm and facility in the entire industry. Now, this is a very limited release and is only available as long as those specific tobaccos, those Colombian tobaccos, which are pretty rare, are available. Prices start at about $16 a cigar, which is just mind-boggling how inexpensive it is. And comes in a 5.5 by 54 Belasco, a 6 by 46 Corona, and the one that we will be smoking, the Robusto, at 5 by 50. Today I'm going to pair this cigar with the Chivas Regal 12 year. Why would we do this? As the first draw of the cigar fills the air with rich and complex aromas, the instinct may be to reach for a bold whiskey. Instead, Chivas Regal quietly proves restraint can be the greater luxury. Its gentle notes of honey, ripe orchard fruit, creamy vanilla, and soft caramel seem to step aside just enough to let the cigar tell the story first. Rather than competing for attention, each sip refreshes the palate, subtly lifting the cigar's natural sweetness and character so that every puff seems to be more expressive than the last. As the evening settled in, the pairing became less about the whiskey and the cigar and more about harmony. The smooth, rounded texture of Chivas Regal 12 year wraps around the cigar's evolving flavors without masking them, while its delicate oak and warm finish add just enough depth to enhance the experience. It is a reminder of the finest pairings that are not always the loudest, sometimes the perfect companion to the one that quietly elevates every flavor, allowing a great cigar to shine exactly as its maker intended. I tell you that I was extremely happy with this duo during the smoking of the cigar. Okay, folks, it's been a pretty intense Saturday. I did go to the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, and no, I did not have any footage. I wanted to do this one, just take it all in and not have to worry about working, because it's the first time that I went. But I got a huge stash that we're going to be reviewing one at a time. So let's get into the very first cigar that we're going to take a look at. Okay, so I lit the cigar because I thought I was recording. Bear with me. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. Very good draw on the cigar. Very even throughout. It is a lot more mellow than what I was expecting because of the darkness of the leaf. It looks lighter on the camera to me than what it does in my hand. But chocolate, berries, especially raspberry, hints, very light smoke, and so far so good. Yep, even on the retrohale, flavors stay the same. There's no intensity about this. It is just a sit back and chill type of cigar. Very pleasant mixture of flavors. I'll be back with you when we get a little bit deeper into the cigar. Okay, so we got a little bit into it, and you'll see that on the downside, the burn is a little uneven. But I must admit, I am smoking it a little bit more rapidly than I should be, because I'm fighting failing light here, and I'd like to get in a full review. The only change in the chocolate and raspberry flavor is that it's gotten creamier as it's come down this little bit. I'd say that's about 3/4 of an inch, maybe. Yeah, about 3/4 of an inch. And it's gotten a little creamier. So very good stuff. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, now we're just a little bit past an inch. I touched it up, and the burn's now staying fairly even. It has gotten a little bit stronger, just a touch. Cream, like a milky cream, raspberry and chocolate is still what I'm getting at this point. Still smoking perfectly. The draw is amazing. So I'll see you guys in a few more moments. Okay, so it is getting pretty dark here, but the wonders of the iPhone makes it look like it's still daylight, but you can tell by how much glowing the ash is here on the cigar. Now we are approaching maybe an inch and a little bit over a half. And as you can see, the ash is pretty frayed, but it's still hanging on, which is more than I would expect with how great the draw is on this. Yeah, I would have expected the tobacco to be loose enough that it would not have made it to this point. Flavor's still staying consistent. See you in a few minutes. Okay, folks, so a couple unusual things. One, the ash is curving up. I'm approaching maybe 2 3/4, a little bit over 2 1/2 on the ash length. Still holding together on this 5-inch cigar, or thereabouts. The reason for the curve, if you can take a look right there, you'll see a dark line that goes up and down the ash. That is a vein in the leaf that is constricting, and as it burns, and it pulls the ash over in that direction. So that is what's going on. Flavor hasn't changed. I'm really enjoying the sweetness of the cigar. It's not overwhelming, and how easy it is to smoke. And I'm not normally a light cigar fan, but this is pretty light, and I really like it. So see you in a few minutes. Okay, guys, we're almost halfway when the ash finally fell off on this. So I did take off the band as well. Definitely want to save that. Add it to the band collection. But in the meantime, still smoking well. Very mild, very flavorful. This is, excuse me, got the hiccups. This is a very good dessert cigar. I'll see you a little bit more. So something cool, which I just discovered, is when you film in the dark, you really get a light show. Really can't say enough good about this. I'd like to try it in a bigger size. So I'm going to finish up what's left of this, and I'll see you back in the main video. Get back into this presentation. The Vitolas that are offered and priced according to the prices today, which is the 2nd of August here in 2026. The Robusto goes for anywhere from 144 to 160 per box. The Gorda, Corona Gorda, goes from 153 to 170 per box, and the Belasco goes from about 162 to 180 per box. It's medium to full-bodied. The wrapper is a dark, oily Maduro, but the variety of it is still undisclosed. Flavor notes: dark chocolate, espresso, black pepper, earth, roasted nuts, subtle sweetness, a little bit of pepper, some cream, citrus, cedar, and on the back side of the taste, the spiciness to it, which is mild but present. Overall, predominantly, you're going to notice a dark chocolate and some raspberry. The aroma is very deep, rich, complex, with a little bit of bold character inside the smoothness. Every memorable cigar has a story, and the story of Asylum Cigars begins with the unlikely partnership. Founded in 2012, the brand was brought together by two men from very different worlds. Tom Lazuka, a marketing and retail veteran who understood cigar enthusiasts, and Christian Urora, and I hope I'm saying that right, a legendary tobacco grower behind Camacho, whose family had cultivated premium tobacco for generations in Honduras in the renowned Jamastrain Valley. Together, they combined business vision and decades of tobacco growing expertise to create something truly distinctive, and that is Asylum Cigars. Final thoughts and ratings. This is a great cigar. It's medium to full bodied, but not strong. I like it as a break to my normal favorites, and it gives a very refreshing experience. The flavors, the constructions, the after effects are very pleasing. I definitely recommend this one to be tried. Here are my ratings on a scale of 1, which is low, to 10, which is high. The build is a 9, the draw is a 9, the flavor is a 10, smoothness of finish is a 9, and consistency is a 10. Is it worthy of being purchased by the box? Absolutely. I'm, matter of fact, after this review, going to hop online and order some more. We'll see you on the next review. Thank you for watching.